Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Wife is with AP at hotel right now. Should I show up tomorrow morning at breakfast? Advice: I know for a fact my wife is right now in bed with her AP at a fancy hotel. It's 11 p.m. where I am. Background: I discovered her affair in January. She then kept denying that the affair continued after I found out, and begs me to give her another chance. I always told her I know she is continuing to see him, but she strenuously denies and swears she has nothing to do with him anymore. I demanded separation in February and we signed an amicable separation agreement last week, yet to be validated by the court, but even now she says she loves me and wants me to give our relationship another chance. I told her I don't believe her sincerity, that she lied to me way too many times, and I can't trust her anymore. Yesterday she told me she needed to unplug and would go with a female friend of hers at a hotel for one night. I know this is a lie and that she's ducking her AP at this exact moment. I know which hotel she's staying at, and it's not the one she said she would go to. Question: I am very tempted to head over to the hotel tomorrow morning to have breakfast there, only to see the two of them show up nice and chilled after their morning sex. Should I see them, and should they see me? I would simply wave at them, smile, and continue sipping my orange juice while going back to reading the morning papers. One serious side of me tells me I'm being childish and should just move on. Another childish side of me thinks that, after all this suffering and agony, I should not deny myself this little coup de theatre and enjoy the amusing sight of the deer caught in the headlights. What would you do if you were me? I'll go to sleep now and in 8 hours we'll check if there are any replies. Edit: prevailing consensus is I should go for it. So be it. I'll head to the hotel in a cab. I first need to drop the kids in school, kiss them on their foreheads and wish them a good day the way a good dad does. So I won't be able to be at the breakfast table very soon. Hopefully they are not breakfast early birds. But the real question is, will they order room service? All variables considered, I estimate a 40 to 50% probability that I will see them. So yeah, let fate decide how this goes. I'm not an experienced poster. Is it better for me to post an update later today as an edit to this post, or should I start a new post? Update: someone suggested the best way to give an update is in the form of a comment to this post, to be linked here. I don't know how to link. Try the square bracket and normal bracket thing, but for some reason it doesn't work. So I'll just pass the link here. Hopefully it will work. I mean, I like it. As long as you're not planning on getting in their face and causing a scene, as much as I'd also enjoy that as another breakfast patron. If you can keep your cool and be emotionless or fake smile and wave, go for it. Then you've seen it with your own eyes, and she knows you know. Then to listen to her try and get out of it will not be confusing and maybe even comical. Why not shit in their cornflakes, figuratively speaking? Exactly this. And I know I would be able to retain my composure and indeed behave very elegantly at this point. Not 3 months ago, but now, yes. Update: TL, doctor at the end. So this morning when I woke up I wrote that I would head over to the hotel and I gave myself a 40 to 50% probability that things would pan out as planned. My big question mark was whether they would take room service. I wrote let fate decide how this goes. Turns out fate played this out in a weird and sort of interesting way. I dropped off the kids at school and managed to reach the hotel at 8:15. Room pretty much empty, so I chose an ideal spot, with a view on the entrance and table placed right between the two big rooms that comprise all the interior seating. Perfect view of outside seating as well. I brought along a big wide newspaper and plugged a hole in the center, so that when the two would show up I would put the newspaper in front of my face and would still be able to see where they would sit. Took my pay no chocolat, 4 of them, actually, a succulent chocolate muffin and a slice of banana cake. Orange juice as promised, and cappuccino de rigueur. I truly felt like a cop in a Hollywood movie. First time I ever did this. Checked wife's WhatsApp to see the last seen time. Yes, she's awake. Of course she's awake, dude. They're ducking. Just wait patiently. Long story short, I waited 245 hours. Average heart rate 160. Had to go take a piss at a certain point, but no way I was going to leave my guard post. At 11 breakfast time ended and the 2 didn't show up. What a bummer. Apparently they did opt for room service after all. Not my lucky day, I guess. Or maybe I got it all wrong and she really is with her female friend at that other hotel. Now doubt inevitably starts to creep in. So I go take my overdue piss, put the carved out newspaper under my arm and despondently head for the exit, without forgetting to pay the equivalent of $40 for my luxurious breakfast. But wait. I did have a plan B before leaving my house this morning. I picked up wife's passport. So I headed to reception and told the guy that I was asked by Mr. last name of AP, to bring him this passport I have here in my hand. Asked him to please look him up. The guy fumbles for some time, asks me AP's first name, which luckily I know, but still no joy. Just when I was about to tell him maybe it's under another name and was about to give him my wife's last name, reception guy tells me, oh, they're leaving right now, see? And points right behind me. I turn around and, lo and behold, there's my wife standing at the exit, just 5 meters from me. She's alone though, and waiting for the valet to bring her car over. She's looking away. I wonder if she saw me. Damn. I'm so close, and I was even talking out loud to the receptionist a moment ago. But she keeps looking in another direction. I look at her. I want to vomit. Car arrives. She leaves. I had a grand total of like 2 seconds to decide whether to say hi to her and see her reaction. AP wasn't there though. Alas, no coup de theatre. I stayed silent. I told myself there's time to tell her later today. Now I was just curious to see her behavior once we both got back home. Just in case you're wondering, when I got home she was all laughing and hugging and told me she thought a lot about the 2 of us and wants to change her life radically. But I did get the final confirmation I was seeking, EA, that all her promises that she still loves me, that she removed AP from her life, and that she wants to restart our relationship, were just a big mound of stinking BS. Wife slept in a room that was under the name of AP. That's all I needed to know. I came back home, have been way colder than usual. During the past almost 4 months while we negotiated the amicable separation, we continued to live under the same roof. Didn't tell the kids yet. I guess in the depths of my agony I was still hoping to somehow believe her when she told me she was serious about restarting. I guess deep inside maybe I was nurturing this crazy fantasy that all this is just a bad dream. And that one day I would wake up and life would go back to how it was before D-Day. And I could and would love her intensely like I did in those photographs of the past 16 years that Google Photos, this day X years ago, keeps pinging me day in and day out. Those photos that I devour while I cry alone every night in my bed in the guest room, because I suppose I enjoy suffering. I know. It's stupid. But I'm sure many of you guys know how intense pain clouds perception and sound judgment. I told my wife that in 2 days we will go live in separate houses. All has already been pre-regulated in our separation agreement. Either one of us has the right to request this any time. Tomorrow we inform the kids. A new life begins. The time has come to pull the plug in earnest. The sick tooth has been dangling lifeless in my mouth for a long time because I was afraid of the pain of pulling it out. Now is the time to extirpate it once and for all. While I was writing this, my wife popped in and said she wants to talk. This will be the right moment, I think, to tell her I was standing right behind her this morning. Or maybe I should just tell her nothing and let her wonder why I took all these big decisions all of a sudden. Not sure, really. I guess I'll just play it by ear. Yes, I know, this is the most stupid possible way of going about it, but I guess I just don't give a shit at this point. TL, doctor, wife and AP didn't show up for breakfast and opted for room service, but by a stroke of luck I saw my wife leaving the hotel and I know she slept in a room checked in under AP's name. Now, time to move on once and for all. So did you tell her you saw her? I told her. She said she wanted to see him one last time to close off their relationship once and for all and that now she is definitively over with him. I told her you do not close off a relationship with a lover by spending the night together. If you close off a relationship, you meet in a cafe or something and just talk. The level of nonsense I am getting from her is just ridiculous here. I really need to completely stop engaging with her. Well, it's pretty clear that the dude is in pain and wanted with all his heart to be wrong about his initial thought. He explains it pretty clear on both posts. Not sure, I've been in a pretty similar situation, and when you are in pain like that is very hard to think very well what is right and what not. I mean, is like your world is wrecking down and you are looking for the last hope, a proof that you are right and she is with the AP, but also wanting in the inside that she tells the truth. Is a pretty uncomfortable and weird situation to be. You want revenge but also peace. I don't wish anyone to go through that. I agree anyway with the second part. Yes. Thank you. This is exactly how I felt and why I did it. All that time you wasted and you could have been packing your stuff or something productive. Now when you go on dates, imagine how this story will be received. My friend, at these extraordinary moments in life the prospect of wasting 3 hours of my time is not exactly my foremost concern. I assure you I still have ample time to pack my stuff. What I did yesterday, and the time I invested doing it, allowed me to learn with certainty that my wife is lying to me when she tells me she wants to rebuild our relationship. Before yesterday, I merely suspected she was not sincere. I had doubts and uncertainty. The fact that she lied many times in the past does not logically imply that she will always lie in the future. Today, I have knowledge. This knowledge will save me a lot of additional suffering in the future. So, in my book at least, those 3 hours yesterday were not wasted. Have someone wait until they come down in the morning and get a photo of them together and text her the photo. I already have tons of proof of their affair, pre-D-Day, and have shown them to her. I could do it again now, but that would give me zero satisfaction at this point. The only reason I would show up is precisely for them to see me, so that I may etch in my mind for the rest of my days the expression in my wife's face in those 2 seconds. Really no other reason than that. Yes, I know. It is childish. But can't we sometimes be children again if it's innocuous? Hi-op, wow, what a nightmare. Your idea sounds reasonable, yet I wouldn't confront, I only would show. Trust me, it will be worth more than any confrontation. Maybe take a pic and after she's seen you walk away. Don't high-noon the situation, this would possibly hurt your case. Maybe to put some spice into the matter, file for divorce on top of the separation. But man, my heart is aching when I read your story. This is so tough. I'm very sorry for what she's putting you through. Yeah, it really sucks. We have 2 kids. A family was destroyed. The agony of these months cannot be described in words, so I won't even try. 16 years of marriage. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.